Welcome to Yoga with Subhash. In this segment, we will be practicing a few rounds of the bicycle moves from the reclining position. These are excellent for strengthening the core area as well as making the legs more stronger and flexible. So let's get started. Lie down on your back and relax just for a few moments. Before we actually get into the bicycle moves, we'll do a few warm-up moves in the form of the Pavanamuktasana or the wind-releasing pose. So bring the feet together. Let's start with the right leg. Bend the right knee. Hold the right shin with the two hands. And as you inhale, guide the knee gently toward your chest. Now as you exhale, lift the head up, lower the chin down to the chest and try to bring the knee closer to the forehead. Pause briefly as you inhale, bring the head down. And once again as you exhale, lift the head up, lower the chin down, guiding the knee gently toward the forehead. And again as you inhale, bring the head down, pause for a brief moment, and then release the leg down and relax for a few moments. Let's switch to the other leg. Bend the left knee, hold the shin of the left leg with the two hands, and as you inhale, guide the knee closer to your chest. And as you exhale, lift the head up, lower the chin down to the chest and guide the knee closer to the forehead. Pause briefly, and as you inhale, bring the head down to the floor. Pause. Once again, as you exhale, lift the head up, lower the chin down to the chest and guide the knee gently closer to the forehead. And again, slowly, as you inhale, release the head down, release the leg down, and relax for a couple more breaths here. And finally, we will do the Pavanamuktasana with both the legs together. So bring the feet together, bend both the knees, and wrap the arms around the knees. And while inhaling, bring the knees close to the chest. And now while exhaling, lift the head up, lower the chin down to the chest and guide the knees gently closer to the forehead. Once again, as you inhale, bring the head down, pause briefly. With the next exhalation, once again, bring the head up, lower the chin down to the chest and guide the knees gently closer to the forehead. Pause briefly, and again as you inhale, release the head down to the floor, release the legs down, and rest in Shavasana for just a few breaths. And now we'll begin the bicycle movements. So again, bring the feet together, bend both the knees, and begin by stretching the right leg up to a full vertical position, toes pointing down, and then gradually begin to release the right leg down close to the floor. When the heel touches the floor lightly, begin to raise the left leg up to a vertical position while folding the right knee into the chest. And continue this movement in a bicycle fashion. The key guideline here is to keep the leg very straight when you bring it down from the vertical to the horizontal position. As soon as the heel touches the floor, that's when you start bending the knee and bring the knee close to the chest while the other leg is moving. The movement should be continuous and smooth movement. Again, the intention is to keep the leg very straight while bringing it down from the vertical to the horizontal. But if this poses any problems, if it is uncomfortable, feel free to bend the knees slightly and then bring the leg down. So continue these movements for about 10 rounds and bring both the knees again to the chest. And then we will reverse the direction of the movements now. When we reverse the direction, start by stretching the right leg out horizontal with the heel touching the floor, leg straight, and then begin to raise the right leg up slowly back to a vertical position. As soon as the leg reaches vertical, begin to stretch the left leg straight out, horizontal, and then continue this movement in a bicycle movement fashion. Again, the key guideline is to keep the leg very straight when you bring it from the horizontal to the vertical position, and when it reaches the vertical position, that's when you bend the knee and bring it close to the chest. And once again, continue these movements for roughly 7 to 8 or even up to 10 rounds if comfortable. If not, feel free to stop at any time and bring both the knees to your chest and rest there for a few moments with the arms wrapped around the knees. And now we will continue these bicycle movements, but this time moving both the legs together. So once again, release the hands down and begin by raising the legs up to a vertical position. So both the legs are up straight, toes pointing down. And again, slowly begin to release the legs down close to the floor without bending the knees. When the heels touch the floor, begin to bend the knees, bring them back to the chest, and continue by stretching the legs up to a vertical position and again bringing them down without bending the knees to the horizontal position, and keep moving in this manner again for about 7 or 8 or maybe up to 10 rounds. Continue in a smooth and continuous movement without causing any pain or discomfort. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, you should bring the knees to the chest, hug the knees to the chest and rest for a few moments. Otherwise, continue for about 8 to 10 rounds. And when you finish the 8 to 10 rounds, just once again pause with the arms wrapped around the knees hugging the chest, relax for a breath or two, and then we will reverse the direction of rotation now. So this time release the arms, and as you begin, you stretch the legs out horizontal straight, and then begin to lift the legs up to a vertical position without bending the knees. And once the legs reach vertical, then bend the knees against the chest, and again very slowly stretch the legs out to a horizontal position. And continue in this manner. Again, the movement is continuous like a bicycle move, and the movement is smooth. Continue for about 8 to 10 rounds as before, and feel free to stop at any time if you feel uncomfortable. Remember, the key guideline is to keep the leg straight while it is coming from the horizontal to the vertical position. But if that's not comfortable, feel free to bend the knees slightly as you bring the legs up to a vertical position. After you finish your 8 to 10 rounds, or when you want to stop, once again bend the knees against your chest, wrap the arms around the knees, hug the knees to your chest, and just stay there for just 3 to 4 breaths. And finally, release the legs, release the arms, and rest in the Shavasana for a few more moments. I thank you for watching this video. I hope you will enjoy practicing with me. As always, I'd love to hear your feedback or comments, and I hope to see you back for a future video.